punk, and he decided about 8 years ago that he was going to help his friends out and start a punk label and release all their albums. Well, flash forward to now, 8 years later, and Mike's record label, Longshot Music, is still going strong, still releasing albums. He's had about 30 releases in the last 8 years, and some of them have been great albums from great Canadian punk bands. Mike was doing so well, in fact, that he decided he was going to throw himself a mini Longshot Music Festival, which he held right here in Vancouver not so long ago.
So, let's hear it for Longshot.
So for the record, you are Mike Thug, President, CEO, Man in Charge, Grand Poobah of Longshot Music.
Patsy, yes.
The home of quality street punk since 1996. As though street punk doesn't have any place else to go.
There's a lot of really great labels out there that are doing this genre, just not in Canada.
We met up with Longshot when we were doing some shows with the Wednesday Night Heroes, another band on Mike's label, and just worked out really well.
That whole label's been based on him wanting to put out release after release, Mike just wanting to push small bands and stuff like that. And it's really cool because he's been pushing a lot of bands from our hometown in Edmonton. Like we have The Operators, Dance Floor Disasters.
I get a lot of good demos, and I unfortunately have to turn a lot of them away because I don't have the resources or the time to work with them all.
A bigger label and stuff, you get lost in the shuffle, there's no guarantees, but it's nice to have be on a smaller label where person putting out the records actually cares about the records he's putting out, not just to make a dollar.
It's definitely not about dollars and cents, because there's no reason for me to be doing this label if it was about the money, because I've got the credit card bills to prove that it's not about the money.
There's no ulterior motives behind these records, right? It's all just like wanting to put out something that they love to people that hopefully will be able to reciprocate that.
He lost the plot when he was 52.
Has there been an advantage to being a label like that in New York as opposed to Western Canada?
Definitely, and this is the really, I just don't get it. It's all the same bands, the same one person running it, and yet all of a sudden now with a New York address on the back of a CD or 7-inch, people are taking interest, you know. They're wanting review copies, they're wanting to get in touch with bands for, you know, interviews, and it's great. It's great to know that finally all these great, talented bands in Canada are going to get some attention where they otherwise wouldn't.
Wasted, my life's been wasted. Wasted, my life's been wasted.
At this point, there's not a band that I've worked with that isn't either a friend or a friend of a friend. So, as my girlfriend likes to say, I'm a friend rocker. I rock out to my friends. I put my hard work, sweat, blood, tears into people that I value and think deserve, I sound so conceited here, people that I think deserve my efforts.
Blue light is taking you back.
All right, one of the bands on the Longshot Music label happens to be one of my favorites. They're from Edmonton. I think of them as the Rain Men, the autistic savants of Canadian punk. I'm talking, of course, about the Wednesday Night Heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here again, my favorite punk band from Edmonton, the Wednesday Night Heroes. Welcome.
Hello, boy.
We're here in another record store, Scratch Records here in Vancouver. You guys are looking through the hip-hop section for samples and breakbeats for the new upcoming Wednesday Night Heroes remix album.
We just found the old member from our band who he was also gone, so we're just trying to promote all the solo records that come out from each member from Wednesday Night Heroes past.
Listening to that album, as I do from time to time when I pull it out, when I'm feeling you know, nostalgic and whimsical and missing you guys and wondering where the hell you are. It's simple, it's straightforward. It doesn't have any of that tortured artist bullshit attached to it, except there's loads of passion in it, and I love that about the group.
Cool. Well, we are tortured artists at the same time, and pretty much every time we roll into town, I mean, we're as stripped down as it can be. And when you said pull it out, I loved that. And
well, last time I checked my wallet, I think it was just full of passion.
It's all about also reality. I mean, we're all like everything we sing about and every ounce of energy we put in this band has got to be real, because there's so many contrived bullshit bands out there that it's just like.
And I mean, you try getting an ounce of passion over the border.
Yeah. or snorting an ounce of passion off a hooker's ass.
Let the West win what's right, trying to do this nothing twice. We got to make a difference. We got to stop this bullshit.
I noticed the breakdance poster up there. I thought perhaps maybe you guys were going to do a little hot b-boy action right here in the record store.
Oh, sure. I'll show you. I got a few moves. Hold on. Yeah, lock. There you go. See, that's the falling tree. We're just trying to get people out to show that I'm completely. It's like Cirque du Soleil, pretty much.
Action! Action!
So I'm going to wait with bated breath for the Wednesday Night Heroes Urban Remix album.
Well, it's gonna be awesome.
In the meantime, do me a favor, throw to the video on Going Coastal, please.
All right, this is feedback off Superiority Complex. Check it out, mother bitches.
Another one of the bands that played this year's Longshot Music Showcase was a band that I actually covered 5 years ago. Back then they were a three-piece, and their style is what you might call loose. However, they've added 2 more people, and they've totally tightened up. They sound great. They are Calgary's Knucklehead. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are looking at Clayton and Matt and James and Kyle and Eric way back there in the back. Together they form Knucklehead. Welcome to the program. Knucklehead has some history with me. They were one of the first bands I ever interviewed when I first took on the job as the man out west. And what a long way we've both come.
Yeah, the first time we interviewed us, we were a three-piece, and Clay was on guitar, Matt was on bass, and I was drumming and singing. And over the last 5 years, we've picked up another guitar player and a drummer.
That guy?
Jimmy.
And that guy right over there. By the way, happy 10th anniversary. It's 10 years now, isn't it?
It is 10 years since we formed, and 9 years since we played our first show. So right now, it's a little easier for us to figure out the 10-year show anniversary, so we actually have the date booked in Calgary.
Hopefully we'll get paid more for our 10-year show than we did for our 1 year
When we spoke the last time, I didn't get the impression that you guys were, you know, the tortured artist types who had to write cathartically. You were just trying to find music that you had passion for and enjoyed playing. That still holds true today, 10 years after you guys started?
Yeah, we kind of feel like a pub rock band at times. I think we just want to get up and have fun, you know?
I think we have a pretty good balance between having fun and having a relevant message.
Hey, we're Knucklehead, and this is our video for Cut of the Living Dead on Much Music Going Coastal.
And we can make money that's burning you.